everybody, this is blacksheepgirl, and I want to invite you to come and be in the family of God, because God has been waiting for you to answer the door that He's been knocking in your heart. So I just want to tell you how important it is that you know the truth. You know, people always say, well, give me visual evidence. It's by faith that we believe. When someone believes, it's like, wow, look at what I've been missing all this time. And I just want all my friends and family and everybody I know to be saved. God says He wouldn't want anyone to perish. God gave us minds and hearts so we can think for ourselves. I pray you will make the decision today to give your life and your heart to God. How do you do that? It's by putting your trust in Jesus Christ, inviting Him to live within you. You know how you have a friend that you're so happy to see them, and maybe you only get to see them once a month, and when you get to see them it's so much fun, and then you're a little sad when you're done seeing them, because when the night is over, or the day or the time is over, maybe it's somebody far away or somebody that lives nearby, but you just don't get to see them that often. And so when you get to see them, you have so much fun, but then when that time is over, you're happy, but maybe you're a little bit sad because you're not going to get to see them for a long time. And when you talk with your friend, you're walking, you're talking, and they're here with you. But with Jesus, He's not only with you, He's in you. All you have to do is believe. Just seek. Say, God, I don't know what to say, but I want to know the truth. And I know what the world tells me is totally different from what I hear from Christians, from the Bible, from preachers on the radio. And I want to know the truth. So help me to know the truth. God, I seek you. I call on you. Anything, something, just seek God. Seek Him through His Word. Seek Him through talking to Him. Seek Him through Christians. And seek Him by going to church. You think, I don't have to go to church. Why would I have to go to church? Because you learn a new thing every time you go. I know a lot of Christians. Look, I've been in the Lord for almost 20 years now. Well, okay, I've been in the Lord a little over 9. Let's see. I'm now.
answer to this question. So I said, how do I get to heaven? How do I get to heaven? And I kept getting the answer, well, all good people go to heaven. Don't worry about it. You're fine. Good people go to heaven. Don't worry about it. My grandmother even said something like that. That is not true. If it was by our works that we get to heaven, and if we were being good enough, we would constantly be trying to be good enough. And we would just feel defeated after a while. When you have like a parent that no matter what you do, it's never good enough. So after a while, you're like, I might as well give up. And then you get the motivation to continue and try to please them, but you never do. There's always somebody in my life that feels like that, and it makes me feel like I just might as well quit trying. But God isn't like that. He's a loving Father. I don't know if my explanations are helping you any, but this is what I know. So I'm reading the Bible and I ask people questions, and I knew the answer was not that. I knew that wasn't right. It just didn't ring true to me. And I'm not saying I know all these wonderful things and God revealed it only to me, and God, has a special relationship with only certain people, because God does not show favorites. So, but finally I was in my room one night, my bedroom, and it was in 1993, late 1993 in December, a few days away from Christmas, and I turned on the TV, I don't know how, but I ended up on the 700 Club. Well, so I'm hearing them talk, and then all of a sudden he says something like this. He says, would you like to know how to be saved? And I'm like, yes! Or, would you like to know how to go to heaven or be saved or how to be a Christian or whatever? However he said it, and I'm like, that got my attention right away. And I'm like, yeah. How many times do they say that on their program? I must have listened to it before that, but maybe I just wasn't ready to receive it until then. That's just really awesome, don't you think so? Anyway, so I'm like, yeah. So he says, just pray this prayer with me. He didn't really say the way a lot of people say, accept Jesus and he'll be in your heart. I try to tell people it's by faith. You have to put your trust in God. You can't just be like, okay, God, let's be buds. You have to have faith. And I don't want to get too in depth. I don't want to sound like some theologian or whatever. They're not bad. They're great. I like theologians. I'm just saying, I'm trying to talk to people who don't really understand very well and need someone to explain it in very easy terms. So I prayed with the guy on TV, and I was just like, woo! I was so excited, And so I called my grandma, and he had said, you might feel this feeling, you might feel that. I don't know, but I just knew that I called the right answer. I knew the right answer had come my way. So I just was excited. So I called my grandma and I said about what happened, and I said about what he said about this feeling. I didn't know what he was talking about, but I'm just saying that's what he said. And she's like, don't let anybody tell you how to feel. And she wasn't very receptive. I thought she'd be like climbing the rafters, like, woo, yeah, somebody's been saved, my granddaughter's been saved, but it wasn't like I thought, So anyway, so then I told my dad, and he pretty much made fun of me, and he's like, hey, Black Sheep Girl found religion. I'm not going to say my name, but so-and-so found religion. Well, it was a hard start. Then I go to college, and I got a boyfriend, and all he wanted was to drag me back into the world. And to be honest with you, he is a Satanist, and I never had a boyfriend, and I really wanted a boyfriend, and I thought I could convert him. I'm a baby Christian. I'm sitting there thinking, oh yeah, I can convert him. I have to just tell about God.
And then, but then it just went really bad. And he showed me one day, he showed me a card that he had, which I already knew that he was a Satanist, you know, but then I had another boyfriend, and I got treated like garbage by all my boyfriends I ever had, pretty much. I mean, I had one boyfriend that he was a good friend to me, but I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter because I'm talking about God, but I'm just saying I made a lot of mistakes when I was a baby Christian. You know, dating and all this stuff. I should have been concentrating on God. It seems funny that the devil really likes to attack you when you're first saved. People are like, oh, I thought it was gonna be okay, but then all this stuff starts happening, and usually that's why, because you're saved. So, I don't know, I'm not a really good explainer. I couldn't even explain something to my own mother, because she didn't want me to use scripture, and that's the only way I know how to explain things. Because if I read it from the Bible, then at least the Bible is saying it, and I'm not messing up anything. Anyway, so put your heart and soul into seeking, and God won't disappoint you. Taste and see that the Lord is good. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for listening. Thank you for watching. Bye, everybody. I gotta go swimming in a little while. Bye.